All right, here we go. Immortals Complexity Gaming lower bracket finals. Winner plays DC in the finals of this Perfect World Masters and a qualifier. So we take a look into this draft. Immortals coming into this series after a 0-2 loss to the side of DC. So we'll see how they stand mentally and ping-wise. It seemed like they were having a lot of trouble with their ping, with always going from like 80 to 200. It seemed like a lot of trouble. I don't know what was going on, but it seemed to hurt them a little bit in the first game at least. So let's get into this draft. Immortals versus Complexity. Nature's Prophet, Jakiro banned out by Immortals. They don't want to be in, dealing with this push that could have come out with those two heroes. And Complexity, they've banned out Venomancer, Lich, and Monkey King while picking up Beastmaster and Ancient Apparition. Mortals, they've picked up Wisp and Night Stalker. So you take a look at both these lineups so far, and Wisp is global. Night Stalker at night can move around the map quite a bit and help out Immortals in this early game. For the side of Complexity, offlane and Beastmaster, Ancient Apparition, you can work with that Primal Roar as well as that Ice Blast to go for these kills globally. So both teams, a little bit of global presence here, and now the ban of Bloodseeker coming out from Immortals. So let's see what they ban out on the side of Complexity. Going to be that Ember Spirit being banned out quite a bit, and now Immortals, instead of picking up Febby with that Spirit Breaker, since they have Wisp and Night Stalker, they ban it out, and they've got Night Stalker and Wisp for Febby and Dubu.
10 seconds.
So coming into this third pick, Complexity, they have an offlaner, they have a support. We'll see if who they want to go with for their roamer, their mid, and their safe laner. Right now, I do like their picks of Beastmaster and Ancient Apparition, and now they pick up the Kunkka, which I kind of like. X marks the spot. Back in with the Cold Feet, Torrent. You can kind of put together some good stun time, especially with a Primal Roar, and we'll have to see how Complexity really line this up together. X marks the spot, Cold Feet, and Primal Roar. Pugna picked up for Immortals. It was Forev Pugna in the offlane. That didn't work out last game. Was strong in the early to mid game, but once that later area of the game came around, Immortals kind of, at least the Pugna fell apart, and even Qo, who was on that Phantom Assassin, fell apart.
5 seconds remaining.
So we'll have to see how Complexity really want to react to that Pugna pick, and how they're going to move around this Pugna in the early to mid game. Need a mid, need a safe laner. You've got your lockdown pretty set right now in Primal Roar, X, Torrent, and Cold Feet. You might want to look for one more stun, but you have the ability, or the ability to go with something that doesn't exactly have a stun. You could go with a TA over mid, or a Razor or something like that. That's right. He can call the picks. So Razor gets picked up for Complexity. Now you've got a nice little bit of lockdown with the 3 heroes previous to that, and now Static Link, especially early, might turn into something with X marks the spot. Static Link, Torrent hits on a level 2 Kunkka. You chase down the opponent mid, or even just push them away because they have no more damage. It could turn into looking like a good early game for Complexity now. So we'll see what Immortals want to go with now. They need a mid and a safe laner of their own. They have Void, which is a bit of a stun, but they don't really have something like a Sven per se, or a CK And they played a lineup in Game 2 up against DC that didn't really have much lockdown, and it ended up really hurting them. So we'll have to see if Immortals, they go for more of a stun in their next two cores this time around. We'll have to see what really that might be. And it is OD. So OD up against this Razor. You want to get that Astral Imprisonment to push away the Razor if he's going to static link you. And it does set up for possibly follow-up coming in from the side of Immortals. You get a nice Astral Imprisonment. You set up the Night Stalker on the first night in the way to body block the Razor. Get a Void out there. Maybe Wisp comes over to keep someone alive. And it could work out in their favor. But again, I still do like this Razor pick. So your mids are figured out. Your offlaners are figured out. Your 4 and 5s. Both teams now need a safe laner. They're going to ban out the Weaver. Which, I don't know, Weaver... I think Weaver might have been able to get locked down by this Complexity team. Wouldn't mind seeing a Void banned out here by the side of Immortals. It's works very well with this Complexity lineup. With the Ice Blast, with the Boat, and even the Static Link. So a Void is my pick, at least, for Complexity. And they're going to ban out the Sniper.
Dire's turn to be Clinks.
So Clink's picked up here for the side of Immortals. Let's see. I think we're going to stick with Complexity, picking up Void.
10 seconds.
I think that's a perfect put together of this lineup. You get the Mask of Madness early. You get the Static Link. Boat through Ice Blast. I'm not going to say anybody else. That is my prediction. Alright, never mind. God damn it. Thought I had it. Broodmother gets picked up by Complexity. I guess they don't really need the Chronosphere now. They could set up with Broodmother Invis with a bunch of these other heroes. But Clinks, MP Clinks, QOOD, Forev on the Pugna, Dubu, Nightstalker, Febby, Wisp, Complexity, Chessie on the Broodmother, Limp on the Razor, Z-Freak, Kunkka, Swindle on the Ancient Apparition or Kyle, and Moo on the Beastmaster. So Complexity. I look pretty good with this lineup. Obviously, I was thinking Void, but Broodmother works just as well. A little bit of cleanup for those little spiderlings, but we'll see how they really handle it. And right away, the game is paused by Moo. Let's see if Complexity can deal with Immortals, who are, again, coming off that downswing. coming off that downswing of an 0-2 defeat from DC. But, let's take a look into these lineups. Again, it just seems like the lockdown isn't quite there from Immortals. They have Astral Imprisonment, yes. They have the Void for a mini-stun. The Slow of Decrepify. But it really doesn't... I don't know, it doesn't seem like they have enough to lock down these heroes, especially Chessie, who's going to be able to move around this map freely with the lack of stuns coming in from Immortals. So let's take a look as Swindle coming in with what could be a ward. He's still going to continue to move up there. Forev spots him, just hitting away at this Ancient Apparition. You've got Dubu coming through with the slow. Might be first blood. The Nether Blast does quite a bit of damage. Dubu with Void in 3 seconds. Maybe if they continue to chase, they get that kill. One more shot would do it. But now you've got Chessie looking for the body box. A nicely placed Torrent from Z-Freak. And actually, I think Dubu kind of backing off of that is the difference maker. He had that Void available. Could have thrown it again. And without that, you're going to have this Ancient Apparition move all the way back. So no first blood going the way of Immortals. You've got Limp and Z-Freak setting up top towards this bounty rune. Dubu's here with OD of QO. And then bottom, they're setting up with Forev, Febi, and MP.
Now we get the good stuff.
Let's see. Got Forev setting up bottom in the safe lane. Off lane, it's looking like it's going to be MP and then mid QO. So they've swapped it up a little bit. You've had Forev a couple times, or at least last game had him in the off lane with the Pugna. And then this time around, you've got Complexity. They're going to stick with Moo in the off lane on that Beastmaster. Chessie's going to be mid with this. Broodmother, safe lane is going to be Limp on the Razor. So instead of Razor being over in the mid lane, they throw him safe lane. And we'll see how he does with the Ancient Apparition and the Kunkka, if they can lock down these heroes enough to get a couple of kills. They're going for the body block on Dubu with the static link out on MP. Limp just hitting away at these heroes. Takes a little bit of damage from the tower and just chooses to retreat. So that level 1 static link, we'll see if Complexity are able to line it up with a Torrent, with Cold Feet coming in later. I think this lane should be pretty nice for Complexity. Meanwhile, over mid, Chessie has a Sentry Ward of his own, so not going to be spotted quite often, but QO and Febi are just sitting mid, so it's a 2-on-1 situation where Chessie is going to level a little bit better than QO and Febi, but the opportunity for kills are there if we see maybe a Night Stalker come over towards the first night. So, take a look at these lanes, and it really is QO doing very well. He's 13-5, Chessie only 3-0, not having the best lane, and this is QO with Febi just making this look easy. I don't think Chessie's going to be given much of a problem because of this lack of farm, but it could definitely hurt them if QO gets up there. Let's take a look over bottom as Moo is here, level 3, as well as Forev. They're both soloing this lane. Solo safe lane for Forev on the Pugna, which, again, he was effective in that second game for the first half of it. But you hit that little late mid-game, late game, and it really wasn't looking that great. Meanwhile, Radiant Courier is going to be killed off by Z-Freak. But you still take a look over towards Dubu. You've got Z-Freak not coming over just yet. Dubu getting quite low. Plasma Field is there from Limp to get first blood. So first blood for Limp. Now you take a look over mid. The Torrent hits from Z-Freak. He'll kill off Febi. And they are looking very good, 2-0 already, and at 1,000 net worth lead for Complexity. So coL and Febby back here over mid. Chessie okay with that kill going out for Z-Freak. Just trying to continue to get the last hits he can at 9-1 with coL at 23-9. Just posturing up bottom against Forev. Forev, not a lot of mana, and level 4, we'll see if Moo could do anything here. Just starting to hit away and push back this Pugna.
Gold for my chest.
Let's take another look over mid. Chessie in a little bit of trouble. The Sentry Ward is there. Trying to clean up the Sentry Ward is coL. We get a quick pause coming out. There we are with the G. Chessie is okay, but again, you take a look at Limp, where he's just continuing to sap the damage out away from this Clinks of MP and dominating this lane. Clinks 4-1, only a fourth of what this Razor is putting up in terms of CS, and he really is quite safe by himself with just the Clinks around. Actually forces MP out of here, and now Limp all by himself up top. That's going to be some free farm going the right way of this Razor. So Forev might be in trouble. Z-Freak comes by. X going to pull in with the Torrent. The Decrepify is out onto Moo. And there's another blast, but Z-Freak's still going to clean up Forev, and they might actually look towards Dubu. He's full health towards his tower, and no X and Torrent just yet, so they'll let him back off. Let's take a look up top again, as you are level 3, 2 in Cold Feet. Would work well with an X as well as a Torrent, but you use the Cold Feet just to push back MP. And again, this is really just turning into a very open lane for Limp. Static Link, there's the dust, he can't really run away. Cold Feet again, as well as the nice little damage boost coming out here from the Ancient Apparition in Chilling Touch. They'll grab themselves another kill, now 4-0 in favor of Complexity. So a 2,000 net worth lead here for Complexity, looking very nice in the early goings of this game. Despite Chessie not really farming too well at first, but he's kind of pulled himself back at about 30-9, and they've moved MP over with a Sentry Ward over for Complexity. Maybe not the best spot for MP, and right as I look away over top, Limp dies to coL and Febby.
Clear sailing now.
But again, you take a look, mid, they've got the Torrent. MP might be in a little bit of trouble. The Sentry Ward is there, an easy cleanup for Chessie. And he'll get more Spiderlings for it, and just MP can't find any spot to go in. So 5-1 in favor of Complexity. Now co's come top is MP. I don't know if he wants to go back mid. I don't even think that's the right call. Just doesn't seem like there's going to be an opportunity for him to really farm. Maybe if he swaps spots with Pugna, but you want Forev to hit this level 6 early and be able to fight in the early goings of this game. You take a look, as Dubu just pushes back Swindle, but other than that, it just seems like Immortals are off to a pretty poor start, and as I say that, they look up top towards Limp. They still continue to fly forward with Febby, Dubu, and coL. They hit him one more time. Sanity's Eclipse even dropped. They'll get the kill. Might cost them quite a bit, and they'll lose Dubu on the retreat.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
So 6-2 in favor of Complexity. About a 3,000 net worth lead for him, and since QO has come up top, they found themselves another kill. It did cost them Sanity's Eclipse, but I think they're okay with that. And actually, bottom, going down again, is MP, now 0-3. So they'll cut this creep wave, continue to push, and this tier 1 tower already looking like it's going to be in peril. Got MP to pull these creeps, but he hasn't really been able to survive in any lane just yet. So Limp, after being taken out by that Sanity's Eclipse, has moved over towards the jungle just to continue farming. Not too bad at level 6, 3 in the static link and 3 in the plasma field. Limp looking alright. We'll switch over the net worth about 8.5 minutes in. You see Chessie top of the net worth after starting off a bit slow, 700 gold in front of QO on this OD. Looking like, oh my god. Moo gets the kill bottom. Forev killed over mid. It looked like OD was going to go in top. You look over mid for a second. You miss the kill over bottom. I just can't win. And I'm watching the minimap. Just frustrating, but that is now going to be 9-2 in favor of Complexity as they grab 2 kills. You take a look over bottom as they continue to try and push. MP... no dust here for either of these heroes on the side of Complexity, but I don't think they're really focused on this Clinks. He doesn't really have much to fight with. So again, they look after Limp. They might go in with Febby here, but with QO at half health, I don't know if that is exactly the right call. Static Link comes in, still continuing to chase, avoiding these creeps, going to be pulled off. Now QO without 100 damage. Let's take a look over at Z-Freak, might be in a little bit of trouble, but it's actually Chessie getting the kill on Forev. They turn their attention towards Dubu. He's trying to get under this tier 1 tower, but he's pulled back by X marks the spot. Will hit away at Z-Freak, but nowhere near enough damage to kill off this Kunkka. And another kill there for Chessie. He's got a double kill and a mega kill streak. They've also taken out this tier 1 tower mid. Now 11-2 in favor of Complexity. You've got Z-Freak at level 6, has that boat available. Primal Roar, of course, is available for the Beastmaster at level 8 on Moo. Ancient Apparition, not level 6 for that Ice Blast just yet, but things are looking very Millhouse for the side of Complexity. So MP trying to come over with Dubu. We'll see if they make an attempt to defend this tier 2. You've got Moo here with the Ancient Apparition. Not level 6 just yet, but he will have it after he gets that Tome of Knowledge. The Void comes through. Moo's going to throw the Primal Roar. You've got the Cold Feet on top of that. Really trying to hit that level 6. Has the Tome of Knowledge. Not going to use it just yet, and they'll take out Moo. They'll get Dubu, but now Febby hit by the Ice Blast. He'll be killed off by Moo as well, and they'll get one on Swindle. As it's a 2-for-2 trade in favor, I'd say, of Immortals in terms of gold. And exactly that, 700 gold difference. So still a 6,000 net worth lead here for the side of Complexity. Limp continuing to push this tier 1. Just looking for that last hit and we'll get it. So, nice kill there for Limp on that tower. X marks the spot back to base and pull himself here. Full health, full mana. So Complexity just looking to keep the pressure onto the Immortals side. They continue to push and really look to continue to be offensive in both fighting and taking towers. And on top of that, they're taking Roche as well. So the Aegis is out on Chessie. They're up 7,000 net worth. It's just really the question is, where do you go if you're Immortals? It feels like you're being strangled into your base. Just doesn't seem like there's much place to move for them, especially when you have to hide from Chessie. You know that Z-Freak's being quite mobile. We'll have to see if Immortals have an answer for this kind of aggression coming out from Complexity. They're looking to come around possibly the back of Complexity with Forev and Dubu. They've got Relocate ready with QO, so they're going to come around. They're going to spot Z-Freak, try and go in for this kill. They've got the Netherward placed down. The silence is there. The Relocate's going to come in with both Febby and QO. Maybe they look for more. They find the Ancient Apparition. They look for a second kill. They should have it easily. And there it is. 2 kills go the way of Immortals while losing MP. Take a look at this recap. A bit of gold going the way of Immortals, but they still are behind 8,000 net worth. to 6, and it's just looking very good for the side of Complexity. Got Helm of the Dominator and the Medallion all ready for the Beastmaster, looking for those boots of travel. Chessie, with the Aegis, Desolator, and Mask of Madness, just rips through these towers. As I say that, they rip through the bottom tier 2. This Klink's net worth is not even at 3,000 yet. He's behind Z-Freak on the Kunkka. Medallion and the Soul Ring looking for that Desolator, but he is so far away from picking that up. As Complexity invade the base of Immortals, you try to wonder where they can go on the side of Immortals, and QO showing up over mid. You take a look, Febby in a little bit of trouble as Chessie comes over, just trying to get this kill. He starts hitting away, 1, 2, 3, 4, cleans him up, X marks the spot, pulls back QO, and he's still going in with that insatiable hunger. He's got the cold feet as well as the last hit coming through from Moo, and they'll clean up a second one. Febby and QO both drop.
Is about to take the blood.
So now they'll start to pressure the mid-tier 3. Again, they'll rip through this tower with really no answer from the side of Immortals. No OD for 7 seconds. Decrepify is there. The Life Drain follows it up, but Chessie's still got that Aegis if Complexity want to continue moving forward. So 16-6 in favor of Complexity, as well as that 10,000 net worth lead. OD really doesn't have much either, and just the Midas Treads and the Force Staff. Looking for the Hurricane Pike next, which might be a good item for them in terms of these fights. You want to have QO able to get away and take away the intelligence of these heroes, but with how far ahead Complexity are, a Hurricane Pike might not even matter. Oh boy. Oh, spotting Forev is going to be Chessie looking for this kill. The Torrent hits as well. Febby trying to come in to save his life. The boat, the Ice Blast. Febby's already dead. It doesn't really matter. We're going to still try and chase into Forev. These webs being placed down, and meanwhile, Kyle's going to be taken down by MP. Z-Freak in a little bit of trouble as QO and Dubu try to close in on him with MP. They'll take a second on Complexity, but here comes the big bad spider. Hitting away at QO with Limp. They'll get this easy kill. They'll dust up looking for MP, and he is hit. So he's got to try and run away from the 3 cores of Complexity. He's already hit with the Static Link. We'll pick up the bounty just for a little bit of gold going his way. Still stolen 230 damage. Febby trying to get out. Relocate 10 seconds. 9, 8. And I think he's away. But the TP is coming through from Z-Freak, trying to get that X marks the spot. He'll get it on the Febby. So he'll bring back the Clinks, but he'll lose his life. And still, 19-8 in favor of Complexity. This is quite a lead here for the side of Complexity. Chessie, Limp, everybody just putting it together. They want to make it to the final and qualify for this Perfect World Masters. So Halberd finished for Razor. Chessie moving forward. The Torrent hits on coL, as will the Ice Blast. Forev might be able to kill off Chessie with that life drain, forced to use that BKB and retreat. Use that insatiable hunger. Heal himself up. Mask of Madness. Back to full.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
X marks the spot on Z-Freak. Pulls himself back. Looks like Immortals are looking to chase. The 4-staff forward still don't catch Z-Freak. You got 5 heroes here from Immortals, and they can't get anybody on the side of Complexity.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
So Complexity slow sieging this, just continuing to push the creep wave, waiting for a response from Immortals, which they had more heroes up by the shrine they might have found, but they've got the X coming through onto the OD. Try to figure out a shot in with the Ice Blast, but using that Astral Imprisonment, he won't be able to be pulled back by Z-Freak. So Chessie takes his shrine over top. Spiderlings will do the rest. Got a Manta style soon for this Broodmother, who's just continuing to outpace what seems to be the entire side of Immortals. Got second on the net worth in Moo. He's got a Solar Crest. He's looking good. You take a look a little bit more forward. There's the Primal Roar, and actually the relocate just an inch further back. The Solar Crest comes through. The BKB is going to be pop. Ice Blast hits onto Febby, and they're going to be put a little bit further forward. Just a moment. So 19-8 Complexity, again, complacent with just farming, waiting for that next Roche, and taking any engagement they need against Immortals. They're okay with this, and Immortals need to find themselves an opening to really start chunking in or trying to take away this net worth deficit. You just don't know how safe you are with the webs down, Chessie nearby, the side of Complexity smoked up, Dubu around the corner, but it is nighttime. He spots him out. There's the silence as well as the void, slowing down Z-Freak, who might be in a little bit of trouble. And they try to change their focus towards this ancient apparition, and they will be able to catch up with him. So Dubu here trying to chase. He's got the rest of the team following him on his every step. The cold feet just to slow him down, but not going to be enough as Febby will get the kill. All that is happening. Chessie continuing to push over mid with the Spiderlings and now the creeps. You got a lot of these heroes out of the base for Immortals, just continuing to let this chip damage happen. And by chip damage, it's going to be the whole range racks and the melee racks. So it's all gone. It is now in a lot of trouble. The push is much easier for Complexity. Immortals, they just seem to have no answer. Just does not seem like Immortals have any idea how to start cutting away at this 13,000 net worth lead. They're finally going to get treads out here on MP, who had such an atrocious start. He's 2-4-2 and is still in a little bit of trouble in terms of getting himself into relevancy in this game. Meanwhile, coL gets taken out by coL. He's continuing to do some work. The question is it really going to be enough? You've got the Hurricane Pike finally there for OD. They're moving around the map with this Wisp like they would like to, but they're just so far behind that they can only get a kill like the Ancient Apparition.
I'll take that.
So Roche is back up, and I think Complexity are going to start trying to take this out for the next Aegis, this time with Cheese. work with that, and they'll be confident enough to take the high ground, and it should be easy from there to clean up this game 1. So there it is, Aegis and Cheese on the ground, picked up by Chessie. He's going to grab himself that Aegis. I'm pretty sure Limp picks up the Cheese. Now it's Complexity's turn to move, and we'll see how well Immortals can defend with it, or defend from it, with their mid lane already in peril thanks to both racks being taken out.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Bottom tier 1 is cleaned up by Forev. You take a look as Chessie and Limp work on this tier 2. They're probably going to move forward towards the tier 3 right afterwards. Now Chessie with the Diffusal Blade and the Yasha ready to go with the rest of what he's got. It's a 14,000 net worth lead. You take a look, Forev trying to life drain enough out of Z-Freak to kill him off, but now Dubu might be in a little bit of trouble as well as Forev. He's locked up thanks to the cold feed, but in comes coL. Astro imprisons himself. The static link remains. 140 damage still stolen. Sanity's Eclipse comes through, but it really doesn't do anything. Limp's going to eat that cheese, continue to hit away at coL, and Febby just keeping him alive. So neither team loses anything. Sanity's Eclipse is dropped. Sanity's Eclipse. Complexity are okay with that as they only eat the cheese but still have that Aegis to work with. Clinks' net worth finally looking decent. Meanwhile, Febby will take out Z-Freak. They might look to chase even more, but nobody else is here except for the Beastmaster Moo's gone down. So he's out of harm's way. They continue on forward. QO, MP. Let's see if they can find anything. This is exactly what they need to do to hold. They look towards Limp. The Force Staff forward, not going to be in time. So they do end up getting that kill on Z-Freak, but not really worth all too much. Still down 15,000 net worth, and Complexity seemingly sitting back with this Aegis. See how Complexity's set up now that they've got 5 heroes here. They throw an Ice Blast over top to continue pushing. I want to push from all sides, being bottom and top, as they've already got the racks down mid. So see how well Complexity can push. They're continuing to throw in mid, throw in bottom with just Chessie. Now Kyle's over here. Here they go. They're moving on forward. Chessie going to pop that BKB. Meanwhile, Dubu's going to be taken out by Limp. They continue to hit away at Chessie, who's used this BKB, getting ticked down very low, and they'll take out the Aegis. They might want to look for more. The rest of the team is finally here for Complexity, and Immortals, they're not taking their chances going down the steps just yet, but here comes the push of Complexity. Got one down, and Dubu dead for 15 seconds. This Nether Ward hitting away, ticking away at the side of Complexity, and they'll lock up Limp with the Astro Imprisonment. Question is, do they have enough Ice Blast, Primal Roar, Force Staff to move him out of it? He'll stay alive for now. The boat comes in, into the X marks the spot, but nobody dead on either side, and the Tier 3 continues to stand. So, Tier 3 stands over bottom. Immortals hold quite well. They take out the Aegis of Chessie, and with the Aegis being taken out so easily, maybe Complexity rethink their confidence going into this mid lane push. So now it looks as though just sitting back is going to be the side of Complexity, knowing that they don't have Roche, and how quickly they saw Chessie go down. They got to rethink this game plan. A little bit of confidence coming back in Immortals.
A radiant
actually look forward towards Forev, who is in a lot of trouble. The Diffusal Blade is going to slow him down. Continuing to go in is Chessie. Ice Blast thrown forward. Chessie going in very deep. Going to pop that BKB. Start to hit away at QO. But now the fight is on. Complexity move forward. The Astral Imprisonment to save the life of MP. QO getting low. BKB is going to be popped, but he's already taken out. Febby might be the next one to drop as Complexity. They're diving far into this base. They'll take out 3. GG, just like that, is called by Immortals after losing both MP and QO with no buyback. Complexity take game 1. Take it with ease. Immortals looking sloppy all over the place. Especially MP couldn't find a moment with that Clinks. Moved from top, kept dying there. Moved mid, died immediately there. Moved bottom. They made him move 3 times, and he just could not make anything happen. And Complexity, they're going to take this game 1, move on to game 2 quickly. See if they can clean up this series to go up against DC in the finals. So let's take a look. 8-2 Limp, 7-0 Chessie, 6-1 Moo. It's a good game from Complexity, and we'll be back with game 2 in a moment. I'm your caster, Bcop, at Bcop92, and that's me on Twitter, so thanks for watching. I don't know if you enjoyed it, but it doesn't seem like it.